builders, hope you're all having a fantastic day. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you would please type the number 1 in the chat box, let me know that you can. I would greatly appreciate it. Type a number 2 if you can't hear me. And then number 3, I'll reach through the camera and slap you upside the head. How about that? All right. Morning, good morning, good morning, Brenda. Good morning. Yeah, there you go, Jeff. Number 3, knew someone would do it. Where's Robert? Where's Robert? Robert will do it for sure. Morning, Rick, or afternoon rather for Rick. Good morning, Lakshama. How are you? Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. See, Trip had a number 3 as well. Helen said, good morning, Rob. Clarice, can you help Helen out there, please? Clarice is the one that will help you with that for sure, Helen. That's part of what she does. Good morning, young man. Ed, wow. I have not been called young man in a very long time. I seem to find myself doing that a lot more to others. My daughter's boyfriends, good morning, young man. Or, hey, young man, how are you? Or, oh, goodness gracious. You're welcome, Helen. But Ed, I appreciate it. Good morning from Tampa, Florida. Don't rub it in, Mike. All right. It's freaking cold still here. And I'm saying that as I get to watch my daughter's Instagram stories and Facebook stories of her in Cozumel right now on the cruise that her and her boyfriend took out of Florida somewhere. So actually it was out of Orlando somewhere because they went to Universal the other day on Friday. They went to Universal Friday. Saturday was their cruise, and they were about an hour, 45 minutes away from the pier. So I don't know where they stayed, but just watching them on the cruise is awesome. Yeah. All right. So, let's go ahead and jump right in. So keep in mind that everything we look at today is for educational purposes only. Nothing that we're going to go over today is meant to be advice or recommendations. As we get started and jump in, the One Trade Away Challenge, boom, boom, boom. Right, February 7th, 8 p.m., February 7th, that would be tonight, is our second training. Folks, if you have not gotten started on the One Trade Away Challenge, all the beginning stuff, if you've been around it for any length of time at all, a lot of this was the getting started stuff, the very beginner things that we did that very first week. Don't miss out on this, folks. This is your last opportunity to get in and still have the live training. After this, there will be no live training on Monday nights. You will automatically go into a sequence that you will have, or the Mondays are recorded, and they will go into the members area as a recording there with your entire 30 days, and it kind of knocks out the Q&A that you get the opportunity for. So Clarice, could you drop in a link to the One Trade Away Challenge, please? What's that?
Our video just died.
What? I see questions coming across. Hey guys, I don't know if you're hearing me. Is sound working, Sean?
Yep.
So you are hearing me, you're just not seeing me. I don't know why. I do not got an answer. Sean is working diligently to figure it out.
There we go.
Woo! Okay.
Someone joined in and then kicked me out.
All right, so we're back. Monster market moves, guys, I got to get this fixed. This is just really bad on my part that we're not staying on top of this and getting it right. Monster market moves is not the 9th and the 23rd. It is just on February 23rd. Right, coming up this week, also tomorrow night, I am teaching my mastermind group. That is going to be a great training we're going to go through. A power hour, training coaches playbook, both on their regular schedule for this week. Right, market mornings with me, Rob, every morning, every day, guys. I've got some trades from today. Right, we didn't have a lot to pick from that were good companies today. We had 3 good companies and 6 okay ones, of which I had 3 check marks next to one of the okay ones. What made it okay is it had monthly options, not weeklies. But there's only 11 days left, so we took a trade on that one today, on one of those today. We go over trade candidates in there every morning, set you up. Amos was in there today and said, hey, Rob, just wanted to let you know that from last Thursday, because we didn't do a show on Friday, from last Thursday, I took the bear call spread on this position and made 40 cents. Thank you. Right, guys, you need to come check it out. And then coming up on the 10th, which is Thursday, I believe, I've got the power. Right, it's a brand new training that I'm putting on just for you guys. We actually had it scheduled. I had some scheduled for next week as well. It looks like I'm canceling those just for how many people have registered so far, because I can only get so many people into these trainings. So if you truly want to take back the power, folks, and get trading down pat, you want to get to this training. All right. Pop, Power Option Plays, Covered Call Explorer, E-mini Think Tank, all on their regular scheduled program. Here's our follow us page. Please and thank you. Please do and thank you for following along. And there's the I've Got the Power. Can you drop the link for that in there, please, Clarice? I would greatly appreciate it. Yeah, Clarice, that's I'm only seeing that. That did not go to her. So can you resend again and make sure that you pick her for it? All right, perfect. Thank you, Clarice, for dropping that in. Dropping your trades. What trades did you do today? I want to know. I got the hammer back there, baby. I'm looking for that $1,000+ trade to smash that hammer. Come on now. Let me know what you did. I want to see it. Sarah said, currently in an SPX spread trade, I can set up using what I've learned from Brandon. Wish me luck that it expires worthless. All right, there you go. Let's see. Alan said SPY. Oh my, Home Depot ho down so far. Okay, Alan, I missed you this morning. Paula said on the Q, she's up 12%. Great job, Paula. Great job. I love it. Absolutely love hearing it. Come on, that's all of you? That's it? We got a huge group in here today. All right, I'm going to keep going, guys. Keep dropping those trades in. Listen, this is called reciprocation. I'm going to take you back to when I would teach a live 2-day event. Day one, I would talk about participation. And I would say we could teach this workshop one of two ways. I could follow along in the manual and give you every answer in the manual, okay? And we'll be done on time each day, and life's going to be good. Or I can focus on what's working in the market right now, put all my energy and effort into that way. Which would you rather do? And inevitably, everyone's like, oh yeah, number 2, I want you to do what's working now. I say, okay, awesome. This is a two-way street. What does that mean? That means that when I ask you a question, take a wild guess what I want back in return. An answer. And if they didn't answer, I would press. I'm not expecting you to, but you guys can put in a 1 or you could type answer in, right? I'd expect an answer back. Said the more you participate, the more I will give you. The more you participate, the better information you're going to get, right? I don't want to have whoever my team lead in the back of the room was. We'll use Amelia as an example. I don't want to have Amelia go ahead and run into the bathroom, break the mirror, stick it under your nose to see if you're breathing or if we need to dial 911. Usually got a nice little laugh out of that one. And then they would start to participate. The more you participate, the better this event is going to be. Because you're going to come up with a thought, which I will come up with an answer. Someone else will come up with an idea or a thought or a question, and it will just build upon it instead of one question. 1 and 1 is not 2, it's 11. Right? 1 and 1, 11. There we go. 11. Okay. So let's see. Ed said $455 on the micro YM. Great job, Ed. Great job. Barry said, I've Got the Power is being recorded for later. I have a schedule conflict on the 10th at 8 p.m. Well, so Barry, we're doing it at noon and at 8 p.m. So we're doing both, but yes, we probably will be recording it. Robert S. said, bull put spread on Snow, covered call on Delta Airlines. Closed, Wendy said, closed an AMD put credit spread early. Nice. Participation, Jeff, you remember, right? Erica said, I've got Snow. I hope you're talking about the ticker symbol that we looked at this morning and not like the white junk that's outside. I know some of you like it. Let's see. Oh, Erica said, then typed in bull put spread. Okay. Tom said, long SPY put got stopped out at 10:30. Bounce would have been positive now. All right. Helen said, I've done. Okay, got that. Tom said, no good paper trade for $1,700 today. Wow. Okay. Nice, nice move. Alan said, missed a Tesla entry. Happens all the time, Alan. I never get all of them. And usually it's because I'm doing something I shouldn't be. Instead of where I'm supposed to focus on the market, what am I doing? I'm distracted. A phone rang, text message comes in, which is why now I've actually changed my text ringer. For one of my rings is my family. I have all of my wife and my 2 daughters in that ringer. And if that ringer goes off, I look. Any other ringer goes off when I'm trading, I could care less, right? It's my family. It's my, trading money, making money is number 3. Family is number 2. And well, for me, my faith is number 1. But making money part can wait, right? If I miss out on a trade, I'm okay. But usually it's because I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing that I miss it, right? I mean, I got 6 monitors, so it's hard to miss when you got so much stuff going on. Tom said, Nat Gas. All right. Excellent, Tom. I don't know if plus NG meant if that was for symbol or no good. Alan said, I'm praying Netflix hits the target today. Got it, Alan. Okay. Got it. Guys, listen, just because I make mention of that, of what's important to me, you could worship a head of lettuce and I would care less. Okay. That's up to you. Really, I don't care. I don't. All right. So with that, Amelia is our head trader. Many of you know who she is. Y'all should know who she is, right? If you don't, you want to get intimately involved with exactly who she is and what she does. So here's a trade from Amelia today. So she went ahead and look at the timestamp, 9:42 a.m. single. So it's not a spread. She bought to open 13 Qs contracts. The February 7th, which is today. Okay. Today. She bought February 7th today, $365 call at $4.34. She bought 13 contracts. Amelia is a very big believer in doing everything harmonically. The number of contracts she trades, all of that is critical to her, right? So she takes a trade on 13 contracts. She gets in at 434. 2 minutes later, she gets out at 498. 2 minutes later. 34, 44, 54, yes, I use my fingers. 64, 74, 84, 94. 64 cents. 10 contracts, $640. Another 3 contracts, 95. So what did I say? 600 plus, call it 200. So about $800. Did she write it on there? I'd have been disappointed if she didn't. And I'm trying to figure it out using my fingers. About $800 in 2 minutes. How many of you, if you could learn how to do this, would probably not have to go to work if you can make $800 in 2 minutes? I'm just saying. I'm not telling you you're gonna. So if you could learn how to do this, you could afford to stay home. Yeah, Eric's like, me! Exactly. They go to the screens lighting up with ones. All right? Excellent. Paula said, did the same trade, just got out too soon. All right, Paula. Jim's trying to give ones for all you, right? Jim's just lighting the screen up with ones, multiple ones on Jim's answer there, all right? So great setup today by Amelia. Guys, we had some great setups again in the pre-market show. Now, listen, I know some of you just can't get up at that time. It's hard. We were doing the show at 9 o'clock and we were running it till 9:20 and people complained that it was too close to the market opening. Now we do it at 8:30 to 9, which just seems to be morphing the last week or so into 9:07, 9:10, right? We're getting long-winded. I wonder whose fault that is. Me. Talk too much. Actually, no, the show is growing, getting more people responding, replying. It's great. But I'm noticing that we're getting a lot of views after the show is over. And you're only seeing on whatever platform you're on, right? We see on all of them. We're on 3 or 4 platforms that we advertise this on. Sean gets numbers every single day. Today was our highest number ever. We actually tied for our highest ever today in the show. So it was great. But a couple of trades from today, we looked at Peloton was one of them. There you go. Alan said, my family didn't believe me until I showed them the brokerage statements. That's it. Proof's in the pudding, baby. Right? Proof's in the pudding. I have a friend of mine that was an Amway distributor, and he told his family about it as soon as he joined Amway. And Thanksgiving comes around. They have it at his house every year. And the family comes in and said, so he's in Amway a couple of months at that point, I think it was. And they walk in and said, I didn't see a Winnebago in the driveway. Not yet, man. Not yet. Not yet. Next year they come back for Thanksgiving. Still no Winnebago in the driveway. The next year they come in and in the driveway is a Winnebago. They walk in the house, nothing. No one says a word to him. No one brings it up. It's like it didn't exist. They walk in and around the dining room table, he had milk crates for chairs. He was making it very uncomfortable for them, as he knew it would be when they saw the Winnebago outside, and he quit his job that year and was able to be a full-time Amway distributor. Now, I'm not telling you to do Amway. I tried that, didn't work for me, right? I am not a, sell white powder and plastic bag type guy, right? But that's what it is white powder and plastic bags. SA8, for those of you that know what it is, right? We still buy some stuff from there from one of our friends. And he said his Thanksgiving dinner never ended so early, but that the proof, because everybody laughed, the proof was in the pudding. He proved it to him, Alan. He showed him, there's the Winnebago, right? And of course, somebody had said, how much did you go in debt for it? It's like, no, I didn't go in debt. It's paid for cash. Ed said, I learned something all the time on your early show. Good. Erica, I love attending your class in the morning. Thank you for that. Danielle said, as someone who is new to Wealth Builders, does Amelia teach a class or post trade somewhere? So what Amelia does, Danielle, is let me just see, because I want to make sure. Daniel, okay. That's what I was saying. Now, let me go back and check, because I read what I think I see. That's just how I was in kindergarten when I didn't have glasses on. I tried to guess what the words were, and it's been stuck with me ever since. So sorry about the mispronunciation. So Daniel, Amelia is, she produced one of our tools, which is called Trade Watch Alerts. She sends email notices out every single day of the various trades that we're looking at. So today, what's that, Sean?
Oh, SMS.
Yeah, text messages, SMS. Did I say email? Yep. So sorry, it's text message, so it's instantaneous. You get it right away. So today she sends out on the Qs and the spiders every day. She picks 3 top trading candidates, gives you what she's going to do there. The 55 EMA was one of them with a call or a bull put or a bull call debit spread. Another one was greater than a 21 EMA with a call or a bull call debit spread. The next one was greater than the 80 EMA with a call or a bull call debit spread, right? And then she put in the merger for Sprint and Frontier, which is one of the trades that I did today. For Sprint Airlines, Spirit, not Sprint. And then some news on E-minis and so forth, right? So she puts it out there. Clarice, can you drop a link to Amelia's Trade Watch Alerts? There is a trial on it, guys. You can take a look at that. Daniel, you're quite welcome. Yeah, too funny. Lotions and potions. That's it, Alan. Didn't work for me either, Barry said, but I met a lot of positive people who I did not meet at my normal job. Exactly. It was almost sickening though, wasn't it, Barry? Just how positive they were. So Philip said, how do you get the information to attend the morning show? Guys, if you go over to our website, and it's not, we're not logged in, Sean?
What's that?
No, I said we're not logged in to the homepage. And you go down to the bottom of the page, you're going to see the YouTube links, right? You click on YouTube and go ahead and look for, you can't see that. Okay, Rob, that wasn't good. I know. So I got it on the wrong page. Go down to the bottom of the page, find the YouTube link. Click on the YouTube link. It's going to take you to wealthbuildershq.com. Okay? And once we have it scheduled out, you go into videos, maybe on home, you're going to see the live video going on right there. If you subscribe and ring the bell, you will be notified of everything that we've got out there. Anytime a new video comes out, every time Sean publishes a new class for the next day, you'll get a notification of it in your email, right? So that'll be the easiest way to make sure you get it done, right? All right, perfect. Am I just hitting buttons here or what's happening? I think so. So I hope that helps, Philip. All right, so John said, Trade Watch Alerts, great tool, 50 times profit over my cost over 2 years. Guys, did you hear that? 50 times the profit of the cost in 2 years. Wow. All right. How much better of a testimonial can you have than that? Right? 50 times profit. Holy mackerel. Great job. Appreciate you sharing that with us. Absolutely, John. Thank you very much for that. All right. So, guys, today, Peloton came out, and there's a potential buyout for Peloton. They're not on the chopping block, but Nike and Amazon smell blood in the water. $50 billion company valuation that's now down to about 8 or 10 billion, right? They're making an offer on it. Others are going to come out now that these guys have already stepped out there and said that there's an interest. Well, we're looking at the chart, we're looking at the trade, and I said, I really want this to get above 32.5, right? And that was all predicated on what the chart looked like. Here's Peloton right here, right? So let me go ahead and can't escape. All right. So we gapped up, we ran into resistance, and guys, this is where the morning show is so important. When I find these news candidates, too many times traders just go, "Oh, great news on Peloton, I'm in." You know, position number 3 in the chair automatically, right? In the morning, we're in position number 1. And I'm doing the analysis and going, "Ooh, I like this." And I go, you know, I'm not crazy about it. I wanted to get above 30. Here's my exact note. Stock, I have a column for it. You probably can't see them, but I have columns for it, right? Stock, and then the trade setup. So the stock says above 32.5. Trade setup says then we're going to do a long call or a bull put spread below 32. So I'm giving you the details behind the trade, okay? Well, I saw this run up first thing this morning. Let's go into TradeStation. And pull Peloton up. Let me get a full screen of it. Here's the 5-minute chart on Peloton. Come on, baby. Here's the, too far. Here's the 5-minute chart. We ran up. We got a high on this candle of 32.22. 32.50 was where I wanted to go above. And I said, you know, I don't think it's pushing up. It's had too big of a run already. Peloton right now, right now it's up $4. Right now it's up $4.14 on Peloton. Okay, great. So let's do this. Instead of a bull put spread, I'm going to fight it a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and place a bear call spread. What? Yeah, but it was good news. Yes, that ran it where? Into resistance. Many of you have heard me use this phrase before. I'm not going to finish it. Let's see if anybody can get it, can finish this for me. It's bumping its head on what? And resistance is not the word. It's bumping its head on what? There you go. There you go. Trip was the first one in there. Yep, Robert. There you go. You got it. Yeah, low hanging 2x4. So the phrase I use all the time is it's bumping its head on ugly. And that's exactly what it did. When we look at that daily chart, remember that phrase, guys, bumping its head on ugly. When we look at the daily chart, it got above the 21, which was great, but then it pushed up into resistance, which was the ceiling, or what I call ugly, right? That good news came on a very bearish candidate. So that good news was overbaked, in my opinion, and rolled back over. So we got on the 33.34 bear call spread. Let me bring it up. We got 46 cents for that. Premium was huge, right? So 33.34 bear call spread. Right now it's at 25 cents. So we got about 20 cents in there. If we close it out right now, one contract, $20, 10 contracts, $200. My screen is sharp, Michael, so I'm not sure if I can do anything to change that. Are we still on the, yeah? So, and we've got approval because we have so many people in here. With Zoom, when it comes to webinars, you have to ask permission to get an HD viewing or screen or show, whatever it's called. And we have permission on that. And I just looked at Sean. That's why I said, do we have, and Sean went. So we have the HD on there. So I'm not really sure which one it is. So sorry about that. All right. So did well on that one so far. The other one is Save, S-A-V-E. That we did today. Save was the merger between Spirit and Frontier. I just don't kind of get the symbol. Frontier symbol is ULCC. I could see Save for Sprint because they're a very low-cost airline, right? For them, we did the 22 half, 25 bull put spread and got 50 cents of credit. But we've got 11 days till expiration. So 22 and a half, 25 bull put spread. We got 50 cents. Right now, it's at 92, right? So we're underwater a little bit on that one as we speak. Guys, listen, I called these out at the show today. I'm going to talk about them tomorrow. If it goes against me, it's not like you get away and with it and say, oh, no, we didn't talk about that one. I did. It was the one I put 3 check marks next to. I'm checking that one first when the market opens up, right? And I did this right out of the gate today. Now, with that being said, if we look at Save, right? We're all the way up here. Am I worried at this point? I mean, I've got a support, which is right here that I'm looking at. Right off of these tops is what I talked about. Bring it out a little bit for you. So right off of these tops. Here, let's actually snap something in there, okay? So right in there, I've got some support. We snap down to it, we pull back up. I'm not worried. Guys, if we have 22 half, 25, right? So we're at 24.70 right now. So we've got a little bit of room to get back up to hold on. If it goes against me, it goes against me. That's part of trading. It's not called winning, it's called trading. All right, cool, Barry. Barry's, I appreciate it. Thank you for that. Dory said, I followed one trade away. I watched. Clarice, help Dory out, please, there. Earnings are tomorrow. Right, Tom, and I called that out that we had to get in and out of that trade today. So we'll be out today no matter what. Alan said, if your spread goes against you, can you buy back your short leg and close your long leg when the fib target is hit? Absolutely, Barry, and that's exactly what we do. It's exactly what we do. We want to buy back our short leg and make a decision. In this case, we're going to sell our long leg because the earnings are coming out tomorrow. We want to be out of this trade today. So again, if it goes against me, it goes against me. We call it a day. I'm not too concerned with it, right? It's called trading, not winning. Great minds think alike. There you go. I didn't have any fibs on Save, Bill. I didn't have any fibs on Save. We were in this kind of sideways-ish move. But if I were drawing them, Bill, I would have come back here. Because what we normally do, Bill, is in the morning show, if it's a monthly option, we've kind of put, yeah, maybe, right? So, but that's where it is, right where we are now, 24.62, right, is what we're looking for. Jonathan said, is your get out of Dodge Delta credit spreads 45? I don't really go off of a Delta for that. I don't really go off of a Delta for that, Jonathan. I look at it more of where a support level is and if that support level is violated, right? For today, the rule is going to be I'm out of it today, regardless based on the close of the day, right? And no matter what, if I don't hold today, I'm out. I expected to see a big drop in premium after the market opened. If I was wrong and we got an increase in premium, and that very well could have happened because of earnings, right? And if that's the case, you know, shame on me, but I didn't like the directional options for it. It just didn't seem to work the way I wanted to. Alan said, another thought, do you manage your long leg like a day trade in pop? No. Alan, you know, here's the phrase, guys, get a pencil out, write it down, come back and watch this part of the video. I mean, we're about a half an hour in, 29 minutes in. Come back and watch this part of the video, mark it so you can go back and hear me say it again and again and again. But when it comes to a spread, right, the phraseology I use is when the spread goes against you, right, if it breaks a support level, the phrase I use, or the it's more than the phrase, it's more like a paragraph, right? Buy back your short leg to end your obligation. That's step one, because you got two steps: obligation, long leg. Buy back your short leg to end your obligation. That's step one. Now it's done. Whew. Okay, I don't have an obligation anymore. I just own something now. I could lose more money. I can make more money, but I don't have any risk in somebody doing something to me that I may not want to have happen, right? Exercise and so forth. Now, step number two, your long leg, determine where your next support level is. If support is below the strike price you bought and you think the stock is going to get there, hold on to your long leg. Huh? What? Stock's here, support's here, but that violated your risk profile. You're out of your short leg up there. But I got to do it up here. I'm doing it down here, and I don't know if you've seen it with the computer there. Right? So here's where price is, and this is where your support level is. Determine where the next support level is. It's here. If you determine where the next support level is. If you think the stock can get there by expiration, hold on to the long leg. If not, exit out of the trade. That's how I manage the other side of the trade now. It is very much about the stock is at 161 and it moves $5 a day. I got 1 day left and support is at 140. Well, the opportunity is to go down there, but I ain't getting to that level, right? In other words, can it be drawn to that point, right? Can it be pulled in to a support level, to a strike price? That's really a big part of what we're looking for there, right? Cool. All right. Anything good coming across our ticker on the top there? Pinterest down $8 a share. I like that. You're welcome, Alan. You're very welcome. All right. Excellent. So today's topic: trade your plan or plan to fail. Guys, I can't stress this enough. I just can't. You've got to get really good at laying out a plan for everything you do in life. Sorry, I can't function without it. I did a short video. It was this morning, Sean, right? With my planner in it? Sean didn't get him up there yet. So I did a video today where I said I got two tracking sheets. One, this was blank, and this is the one I used for the morning show. This is my power option plays, which is all the details of what I'm looking to do today. And on top of that, I just keep banging buttons. On top of that, I had my planner out on the desk. That planner is my life, right? I don't function. I would have it with me here today. I didn't bring it because I have to make a stop after this, and I refuse to leave it in the car. There's too much personal information inside of there. That is me planning out my life. I use a spreadsheet on my desktop. I use an ABC 1, 2, 3 type method from the old Stephen Covey type stuff, from his planner type stuff. And I function very well. Guys, I was out of bed this morning at 5 o'clock. I was up a little bit early this morning. Usually it's 5:30. I was out of bed at 5 o'clock this morning. By the time we got to the YouTube show, almost my entire list for today was done, except the phone call I had to make, which they don't open till 9 o'clock Eastern time, right? Which I called them right after our show today, the YouTube show, right? So I got most of my stuff done. Why? Because I plan so well what I do. I can utilize every single moment of my day and not have the distractions. And you have to, guys, everybody is busy. No one can tell me they're not busy anymore in life, right? These darn things here, phones, computers, have been the best and the worst thing that could ever happen to us as far as making us busy, right? Someone wants me, they know they got me. Now I got to make sure to put the setting on my phone that says, don't let somebody see if I've read their message before. I mean, come on. I mean, how much trackability is there, right? Apple's got it right, where they turned around and said, no, we're going to stop you from tracking people that don't want to be tracked. Facebook lost $10 billion with a B, billion dollars this year because of it in ad revenue, right? Because of that. And they're blaming Apple as if Apple did it on purpose. Let's hurt Facebook. It wasn't why they did it, right? You need to plan your trade out, period, which means what are you doing? When I write down on this page here in the mornings, I have two columns. Well, I'll tell you. There's symbol is the first one. Then it's the name. I had a column for weekly and monthly options. I decided the monthly options just aren't really working for us. So I will put them at the bottom. You'll see there's a space in here. I think you'll see. Is that viewable there, Sean?
Very blurry.
You can't read it no matter what, guys, but there's a space here, right? That space is the difference between weekly options and monthly optionable stocks, right? After that, I write down what the news was that came out, right? That monthly options, the stock / options detail, and then the trade setup. And my trade, so Snow, actually, let's go to Spotify. What was Spotify's news because of? Joe Rogan. I went into the reason behind it a little bit this morning. It was not good news. It was bearish news for Spotify. I want the stock below 169. I'm looking for a bear call spread above 169, possibly a long put. Right? Well, that's my plan for that stock. Now, for me, I've got every one of my trade strategies systems written down. They're all documented in checklist format. Right? For me, I don't need to look at it. I know what's on that page. I know what I have to do. Check the 4-pack, which is my regular TradeStation template. By the way, how many of you use TradeStation? Give me a 1 for yes. Don't put a 2 in there, please. Give me a 1 for yes. Okay, wow, quite a few of you. Okay, so guys, if you go to our website, do we need to be logged in, Sean, for the resources? All right, if you go to the website and you go to the very top, it says Trading Resources. Oh, I thought we had my templates up here.
Oh, you know, we had it for a video. That's what it was.
All right, so Sean, let's do this. Put another tab at the bottom here, next to miscellaneous, Rob's TradeStation templates, and let's put a link down for it in there. All right, so give it a couple of days, guys, and we will put it up there. There you go, Erica said, where can I find your templates? I've tried to find them before. I thought we had it up there. I know it's in power option plays and things like that, but let's make it available for all of you. You can download it, right? So my 4-pack, which by the way, the one I have here is 4-pack. The one you're going to download is actually 5. I have another chart in the upper right, which is what I use for my pre-market work, where I put the pre-market data on that chart alone. Okay. So I've got a 1-minute chart, a 5-minute chart, a 30-minute chart, and a daily chart. So I now can get a good view of that position. I keep 4 of these open on my four of my different monitors, right? One of my monitors is an option chain. Another monitor, I may have a 5th one open, but usually my other monitor is my Omega charts, right? And then my laptop, which is on the left side of my computer, is also Omega charts, right? And a web browser in case I need it, because I don't really browse anything on my trading computer. All right. So my plan would be put the symbol in the watch list, right? Right on the right side here, put the symbol in. Here's Spotify, Save, Peloton, Snow. Those are the ones from today that I wanted to keep my eye on. All right. So I've got them all on a watch list now. And I know what my rules are for entering and exiting that trade, right? Identify, enter, manage, exit. I know what the rules are for all of that, right? So particularly I need to know for the identification and for hitting enter. Once I've done that, it's a whole different set of steps. How do I manage it? And how do I exit out of that trade? 4 simple words, but definitely the most complicated thing that you can come across, right? Most complicated thing you'll ever do is create a good trading system, right? No, Sean, just put it up there. We'll be good. We'll be good. Yeah, we'll keep right on this page. That's fine. Erica, so I see you've got a hand up. I don't have access. I don't look at the hand stuff. So if it's a question, if you don't mind, if it's something, it may have been there before, I didn't notice it, but just type the question. I'm glad to answer it. All right. So guys, you've got to have it written down. You got to have it documented. You got to know what you're trying to do. You can't sit there and say, I'm going to enter this trade and make as much money as I can today on it. No, What is your exit? I walk in an airplane. I go to my seat area. I put my bag up on the top. Before I sit down, I look left, I look right. I know where the front was because I just came there and I look behind me. Where's the closest exit? And no, I don't, unless I'm in first class, I don't sit in the front of the plane. Planes do not crash from the back. They crash from the front, right? But I'll take the chance for first class. So I always know my exit before I go in the entrance. You need to as well. Before you hit enter and say, I'm buying this position, and then go, oh, there's only 50 cents to resistance. Well, that's not going to work. I'm not going to make enough money on it. By the time I get it bouncing off support and it gets near resistance, not quite at resistance. It only moved 20 cents. There's a 65 delta and it's got a 40-cent spread and it cost me 35 cents to get out of the trade, right? That I gave back. So you want to make sure that you know that entrance before going in the exit. Folks, I can't express it enough. I can't stress it enough. One of the things to folks, keep this in mind, all right? 2 years of my life, 1 year of my team's life, just crazed of getting through the One Trade Away challenge. Just crazy what we went through to accomplish all of this, all right? The amount of work, all the videos, all the email sequences that have to go out, everything, okay? All of that work, and we charged $49 for it. $49. So, guys, it cost us 6 figures to build this program out. It did. But for $49, guys, you're going to walk through a process and learn all of this in 30 days. If you're not registered for it, please do. Don't worry that you missed out on the first couple of days. Tonight's a live training. Get to the live training with us tonight, right? But you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss out on this, right? We'll walk you all through it. Erica said, I'm registered. Good. Alan said, pop trading plan spreadsheets have been life-changing, not overstating this. I appreciate that, Alan, very much. Yeah, you should get an email for it automatically, Debbie. You should actually get a couple of emails for it. One from us, one from Zoom. Looks like someone's already got them. Okay. If not, just go ahead, Debbie, and send an email. We'll get it out to you. Rob Roy, the king of over delivery. Thank you, Trip. I appreciate it. Trip has known me many, many years, guys. Many, many, many years. He knows exactly how I operate. Here's my phrase. Reach out your hand for help and I'll grab your whole arm. All right. Okay, here's the time of the show. What symbols do you want me to take a look at? Let's go analyze those puppies right now and see exactly if we can help you out and give you some details behind them. Let's see. Roman put in Amazon. Rick had Amazon also, so it looks like we'll get away one time with doing Amazon. So this one's for you. All right, so earnings not long ago, huge move up off of those earnings. We pushed up. We're in a neutral bias right now, below the 55, above everything else. 55 is our highest moving average. We're kind of flip-flopped on the moving averages right now. But here we are today. We're up $37. What a great day, huh? Above that 31.8876 would be that move up, a bounce, a retest and a bounce would have been an entry for me. But and again, day trades, using pivot points and so forth. We had it down as neutral when we did this update yesterday, right? And a day trade, which Roman, you already saw. So we're looking at 33.37 half as our next target. Roman, I like, even though can we make it a little bit bigger? Let's do two things. Let's do that. Let's get rid of the orange bar. I don't want to get the blue bar. Some of you are like, dude, you just blew my mind. What in the heck did you do? So this just gives me an idea of where we're at. So Roman, look at our 55, Roman. Let's go back, Roman, to inner circle. Rick, let's go back to inner circle, right? When we talked about this, when we laid out this plan of how do we take the stuff we do in power option plays and just put it on overdrive, right? What can we do in there? And we came up with that 13%, right? Look what that moving average is, Roman. So I would use that moving average there as the bounce, the breakaway, the bounce, and the retest, and go. Obviously, we're still bumping our head on this 764 right now. So I need to close above there first, a retest of the 55 and a bounce for the potential entry, right? So Roman, Rick, and everybody else that put in Amazon, I hope that helps. Let's see. Rick also asked for Cisco. Rick, have you seen T-Mobile lately? All right, so earnings coming up not too far distance. Let's see what I got here. Oh, yeah, we definitely need a new fib. Let's pull this puppy back. Let's grab Signor Fibonacci. So we're getting up, Rick, near the 764. We're still in a bearish territory. 54.20, $3, 51, 234. We probably need a fib it in there, Rick. So let's go and add an 882. All right, so we're looking at 52.64. Not a whole lot of room for it to move down, Rick. Below 54.20, retest fail, and we're looking at 52.64. Let's see. Hope that helped, Rick. Brenda is asking for QQQ. All right, so we had this nice, strong, bearish move. Here, I don't have it started. Do this. Come on, where are you? It's because of how I use Zoom here. There are no drawing tools because I don't have control of a screen. So instead, oh, it's double click, right? So instead, I'm going to open a different tool up. So I can get a drawing tool. Because this is so important to see. It's worth us missing out on the next 20, 30 seconds in there. Let me go ahead and hit record and then pause. We're already recording it, so I don't need to really record it. All right, but now I have a drawing tool. Okay. Here's when I move down. Here's when I move up. Now, granted, we gapped, but look at the gap. 1, 2, and a little. 2+ fib lines will be the standard that you tend to move up there. There is our H pattern, patented H pattern, which works amazing as an overall trading pattern, right? Works amazing. So with that, Brenda, where are we? 3 days now, boom, boom, boom. We keep bumping our head on ugly. There's the phrase, which is that 8 moving average. Brenda, I need a close below the 355 half level. If okay, then. I guess it's time for me to do something at 12:48 in the afternoon. Close below that 355 half, Brenda, retest fail, and we're looking at 347. Guys, I don't know if we're done. I don't know if the downside is done. And I got to tell you, I love that it's messing people up. I just ticked a whole bunch of you off. Like, really? Thank you. I appreciate that. Guys, you're traders. It's the looky-loos, the people that don't belong in the market that I need gone, right? And this capitulation, this wackiness of up, down, up, down, up, down is exactly what we need to have. If we get another pull down, break the lows again, push down, I'd love to see us get a 20% and get into the bear territory. Sorry for you with long positions, right? I have some longs as well, but this will be the best thing for the market and the correction and the growth from here. Right? Will be that kind of pullback, that kind of move, right? That's not COVID related that caused it, okay? So I think we're overdone on a lot of it. If we can get that to happen, great. But for the meantime, Brenda, that's what I'm looking at on Q. So I hope that's helpful. I got a bunch of new messages in there. Let's see. Rick said Roku. We're crushing it on Roku lately, guys. In power option plays, We are annihilating it. That is a great stock for us, right? And you're looking at it going, really? How? Well, I don't know. Maybe because it moves $13 a day for this $157 stock. Did you catch that? Who was it? He was in our very first inner circle. He only stayed for 1 year. No, it wasn't Gregory. Wasn't Charles. The only other one that didn't stay. Anyway, his name's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, he had thrown the stock out there and for power option plays. And I said, we did the analysis as a group. And I said, yes, keep it. And I remember he was like, that was me. I told Rob to pick that one. See, I didn't think Rob would pick it. He doesn't like stocks like that. You get a stock that moves $13 a day, it's $157. I like it. I like it a lot because I can buy an option very inexpensively, normally, and for a day trade particularly, and kill it on the position, right? Do phenomenal with it. We are right now we're in a bearish neutral bias. I need to close below 155, Rick. You got 138 as your target on the downside. Keep your eye open for earnings. Do I have a date written down for them? Roku is the 17th, according to Earnings Whisper yesterday, and they are confirmed, right? So caution with that. Alan is asking for Netflix. One of my favorite trading companies right there is Netflix, right? I'm a huge fan of Netflix as a trading company. As a company, they're okay. I think they could have a better selection of movies personally, but new this week, right? Goodness gracious, I had a name. I got the movie in my head when the guy takes a car and he converts the DeLorean, and what the heck is the name of that thing? Sean's like, too old for me. Sorry. Yeah, Marty McFly. Exactly. Right. So, guys, what do we want to have happen here on Netflix? Okay. But that's what they put out for, current new content is new. The thing is like 100 years old. Let's see, it's probably in the comment section by now. Back to the Future. There you go, everybody. I appreciate it. There you go. I tell my wife all the time, it's not old timers, it's sometimers. Sometimes I just don't get it, right? I just forget. So definitely got a bearish move today. Oh, what a move, what a move, what a move. We were looking for a day trade today, right? We pushed up to the 8 confluence and the 414.98. We failed. 400 is the first support. So right around 402 or 3 would be our first exit. Second exit would be looking for that 383 level if you're pushing for that second one, right? At this point, who's asked about Alan? If you're not in, it's tough, right? Close below the 400 where it is now, retest it and fail, and then that would be your entry come tomorrow if you're not in now. Michael said any. So, Michael, I'm hoping that's a symbol and not you just want me to pick any stock, okay? But it is a symbol. All right. I don't know who they are, and probably because of the cost, the price of them, just not familiar. So, wow, what a drop, huh? Oh, boy. We can draw a fib here. It's just not going to help much because our movement is so stifled by how close we are together. Wow, we're further apart than I thought. 464, 533. Wow. Okay. So we're right at a resistance level, right? We're in a neutral bias. Get me somewhere above that 394 level, I guess. And I would say we're bullish there. If not, we're looking for the move back below the 8 moving average. All right, Trip. Let's see. Let's pick Nvidia. We'll start there. So with Nvidia, same scenario. This is on power option plays. With Nvidia, earnings coming up on 2/16 confirmed, bearish neutral. And we have all of our trade setup stuff in there, right? We gapped up, ran above, nothing I want to do there. We're pinned between the 8 and the 21 right now, the pink and the green moving average lines. Close below the 242, retest and fail. We're looking at 226 as support. Earnings coming up quickly, which I'm sure Trip is aware, right? As I said, 216. So that's number one. Next one Trip's got on the list is Micron. Trip's trio. Let's look at a full pick here. Atsumo better. So we are below the 8 right now. We're in a bearish bias. Looks like we might be true bear. 84.85, 84.80. Yes, barely, but we are true bear. Right, meaning the moving average is in the right order. The 8's on the bottom, which is pink. The green's in the middle, the 21, and the brown is on top, the 55. True bear. So who is this? Trip. Okay. So Trip, until you break the 80-12 level, it's hard. Right? With the 8 moving average is kind of in the middle. Kind of messes with us just a little bit. Right? So we got to get down below that $80 level for it to really work. Break, retest, and bounce. Let's see. Itty Bitty Machine is the last one. All right. Oh boy. So we don't need a new fib yet. We're still good at this point. We are in a bullish bias, Trip. So get above the 137.70, retest and bounce. 38 to 45 is 5 and 2 is 7. So we definitely need to split the fib lines, Trip. So we're going to add an 882 in there. So 141.25 is our target / resistance. All right. Hope that helps. Keith's asking for Google. Google. Okay. Let's see where it is. Ho! Smack-a-dang-a-bang-a-ranga. What a move today, right? It moved down into a bullish neutral bias. Ugly. I mean, just ugly. I did not trade this one today. Very ugly move. Until we get back above that 28-24 level, I would be very cautious on any bullish entries at all, and bearish, and not until we get down below 27.60. Then I'm all over the bearish, like crazy. John said, sorry, late to arrive. Your opinion on Google with split coming, unless you've already discussed it. No, John, actually, you just put it in right after Keith did. So with the split, 20-for-1 split. Awesome, right? It's going to drop it down like $150 a share, except as a trading company, they're done. They're done. I think it makes them too big. What it truly does, I had this conversation the other day with the my cardiologist. Right, as soon as I walk in, they did a test on me, an echo, right, and a tech does it. Right, I go in his office, sit down, discuss it, and he goes, "What's going on with the market?" And we talk a little bit, and he goes, "You know, I've been buying Tesla." I said, I know. He's a big Tesla guy. I said, "Did you see Google today?" He goes, "No," and he's playing around on his computer. He goes, "Oh my goodness, what happened?" I said, 20-for-1 stocks, but he goes, "Whoa, what do you think about that?" I said, "You know, it's good that the average person can afford more of it." I said, "But realistically, is it good for a shareholder?" It's not. See, Google has two classifications of shares, ones that you buy and ones that the insiders get. When they split your share, you're going to get 20 shares for every one you have. That's pretty good. If you have 5 shares, you now have 100 shares, right? Well, let's just do one. You had 1 share, you're now going to have 20 shares, right? Because the number's going to get too hard for me to do math in my head. The insider shares, when they split their share, for every 1 share they had, theirs is multiplied by 9. So their 1 share actually is the equivalent voting rights of 9. So you have 1 vote for your 1 share. They have 9 votes for their 1 share. If you now have 20 shares, you have 20 votes. They have 20 times 9. They get 180 votes. What they have just done, not just, they have done, is they took a public company private without having to give any of the money back. They don't have to buy your shares back from you because your vote really doesn't matter. If the insiders say, we want this, they're getting this. You're not getting anything from it, right? You don't win, right? So that's where we are with the split. Right? So I hope that was what you were looking for, John. Roman, you were talking about Amazon, right? I'm guessing. Would I take it bearish? I mean, it's in a neutral bias right now, right? So we've got clear and concise entry, Roman, right? If we can move between the 31.89 and the 30.97. So yes, I would be okay with a day trade bearish on that. Can we look at W day, Kevin said. I guess. All right. Bearish. Go. Die. Right? We're looking at the bounce off the 8 down to about 229 is what I'm looking at there. If we, let's see. If we break that 229, we're looking at 217 as our next downside target. There you go, Erica. Needs to get better movies on Netflix. I agree. Back to the Future. I did, Debbie. Look at Peloton already. But just for you, Debbie, we'll put it back in. Right? I took a bearish trade. I took a bear spread on it today. Bear call spread as it pushed into the resistance and rolled over. Right? And we will be out today. That dilutions. Good. Rick said, wow, insightful on Amazon. Good. Glad it helped. Rick. Roman said, the only thing that is holding me SPX right above the fib line. Yep, I understand, Roman. It puts us in that awkward position, especially when from the Inner Circle meeting when Ryan Litchfield taught. Guys, if you have not been in Ryan's trainings, you don't miss him on Fridays. Every third Friday, he teaches one of the live trainings, which is the Trading Coaches Playbook. Do not miss it. Ryan is, I could only hope to learn what he's, if that's all I can learn in my life is what he's forgotten, I would be a very happy man, right? Ryan is an absolutely brilliant trader. Very much of what I've learned started with him and his training, right? And we talked about that you talked about it, Rome, right? You and Ryan went back and forth in there in the Inner Circle about your trading plan and what do you do based on the S&P and or the Dow and or the NASDAQ, and you went back and forth with him and you saw huge revelations in there. And guys, Roman's been trading for a couple of years now. He does well for himself, right? And all of a sudden, this was just a major breakthrough of, oh my goodness, I can add this to my trading plan of what the market is doing as well. And we talked about how much of a difference it is. Yeah. Jim said, Rob, you're making a lot more sound effect noises today. Sean, I think you should check to make sure he's really only drinking water today. Dry beef eater martini, baby. It's a dry beef eater martini with a Poland Spring label on it, right? Yeah, I told Sean, when you sit here by yourself and you're talking, it's great. I love the comments. I love the participation. You guys are awesome. We've got a huge group in here today. But you got to have fun. If I'm not going to have fun with it, I'm just not going to do it. I'm not. So a lot more silliness to come. Plan on it. All right? Plan on it. I really do like a live audience. I excel in front of a live audience. My passion shows. Thank you, Chris. So the very first company I taught for, the speaker trainer, who I'm friends with, we became very good friends, actually. He came to me and said, Rob, he sat me down. He goes, you do not have the energy to teach a 2-day workshop. Really? Really? Wow. And I thanked him. He goes, thank you. Why? I said, for telling me I can't do it. That's all it takes. Tell me I can't, and I will. Tell me I can't. Please. I'll do it. No problem. No problem. Right? And the next year, it was a few years after that. It's probably about 3 years later, because that company I had left that company. When I went to Better Trades, I came home with this trophy like this, where TSA stopped me and said, what is that in your bag for? I said, I won a trophy for being, one of the top trainers and blah, 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 right? And I talked with the person who owned the company that I was teaching for, and he said, he knew the story. The man's name was Jan, who's the speaker trainer. And he said, so what are you going to do? You're going to take a picture and send it to him? I said, yeah, with a thank you note, handwritten. He goes, really? I said, it's because of him. I'm where I'm at, right? He told me I can't do it, right? I love when people say I can't do something in life. I love it. My wife and I were on Beat the Clock. I'll tell you the story and then we're going to go. My wife and I were on Beat the Clock, the game show, right? Now, guys, you see me, right? My wife tells me all the time, you should get in shape, right? You focus on what you eat. And I tell her, I am in shape. I chose the shape of a pear. Right? That's just, look at me from the side. That's what you got. Sorry, that's what it is. Okay. So we're at this game show and one guy has got muscles like this. One guy is a runner. You could just see these guys are all in shape, our competition. And my wife's like, I don't think we should do this. We should just forget about it. I was like, why? And she wouldn't say it. And I said, you don't think I can do this stuff, do you? By the way, we got to the semifinals. She lost the semifinal, okay, thing. She didn't complete her task, okay? My first task was to break down these 3 balloons. They were blown up. I had to get the air out of them and push them through about a 6-inch hole in a piece of wood. I had, 30 seconds, a minute, whatever it was. First one, deflated, I push it through. Second one, deflated, I push it through. There's about 6 seconds left. I can't deflate it. So what do? I rip the ball to pieces with my fingers and push it through. And one of the contestants starts screaming, you can't do that. And I said, no one said I had to take the air out. They said I had to put the ball through the hole. And the host goes, you're right. Ding, 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 ding. You win. We won everything that I played in. I won. I am very competitive. Very competitive. Don't let the shape of a pear confuse you. I'm very competitive. Is my wife in shape? Jonathan, my wife is 5 foot tall, 98 pounds. She's in amazing shape. Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. So, guys, tell me I can't do it. My wife didn't think we could do it. I got us to the semifinals, and they made my wife do the task instead of me because they knew that I would crush it if I did it. And they made her do it, and she had to break balloons on a board under her. So when she broke the balloon, she kind of tipped a little bit. She was very scared. Like, no, force the spear all the way down. Just break 8 of them. Just don't worry. You're not going to fall. And we wound up missing out. So, and for that, they sent us a used chandelier and some used Elvis Presley tapes. No kidding. 8-track tapes. She's a girly girl. She is, Debbie. I love her to death. I love her to death. More heart, less brains. Yeah, exactly. All right. Clarice, do me a favor, please. Drop the link in to I've Got the Power. If you want the power, then you need to get to I've Got the Power. Register for this free training, folks. I'm only doing it one day. As I said, we were going to do it next week again. It's been canceled at this point. Get in for those 2 days, those 2 classes, and rock on it. Just do not miss out on this. Do not miss out on this training. Right? Good. Excellent, Brenda. So with that, make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, you're just one trade away. Take care, folks. I will see you at our next one. Bye for now.